Spring break provided a nice escape from school, but WCTV is back in action. I'm Wyatt Vaughn.
And I'm Dalton Drager.
Both boys and girls golf and track teams and boys soccer practice their sports over break.
The track teams even competed. The girls soccer team kicked off their season on Monday with their first practice under the new head coach, Paul Bedke.
Sports didn't consume every student's spring break.
Chris Anderson and Chris Jorgensen gained insight to what students did over break.
Take it away, guys.
Okay, next up for presentations will be Chris and Chris.
Bro. Okay. All right, this is our presentation on how to have a good spring break by Chris and Chris.
Yeah, video game, spring break. Yeah, spring break 2014. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That's definitely not how I spent my spring break, but it looks like you had fun.
I had a lot of time with my iPad over break. I think I played Clash of the Clans for like 12 hours.
I spent a lot of time with my iPad too. I like looking at the most popular new apps.
There are a lot of cool apps that one can get for free that are available on the iTunes store.
There sure are. A lot of those apps can be utilized for school.
Apps like iBook, Keynote, and Pages are all useful academics.
I evaluated all of the apps available to students and reviewed the most useful.
Let's see it, Dalton.
iMovie is an app where you can add images, video, and audio to presentations. You can add audio by pressing the mic button, and you can add images and video by pressing the camera button. Students in the high school have already used iMovie. U.S. history classes have used them to make their World War II presentations. This has been Dalton Drager reporting for WCTV.
That sounds like an awesome new way to go about school projects.
iMovie can be used for lots of things, but yeah, it would be great for projects.
Unfortunately, I think I'll be spending a little less time on my electronics the next few months.
Why would you do that?
With the weather getting warmer, I don't want to spend all my time with an electronic in my hands.
Sounds reasonable. Although it is already officially spring, the warm weather hasn't quite settled in.
I never thought winter would end this year.
Tell me about it. Those days were way below zero, made me feel like we were never going to see the positive side of the thermometer.
Jake Nillis has a feature all about recent transition in the spring season.
Spring, my favorite time of the year. The birds singing, flowers blooming, leaves budding on the trees. People often associate spring with rebirth, growth, and progress. But thank heavens, I'm not the only one who thinks that. Let's hear what other people think.
Oh, I don't think there's anybody in Iowa who is not excited for spring. But today I had to wear my snowflake shirt because we got snow again, even though spring was last week, so I'm ready.
For spring.
There's just so many wonderful things about spring. You know, walking outside and not freezing to death, not having to look at my feet constantly as I walk because of ice. Just being outside and having the fresh air and hearing birds again. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting. There's just a lot of things. I love spring. I think that's one reason why we're so lucky to live in Iowa, because after our horrible winters, we appreciate spring.
I like spring better because, I don't know, the sun's out. You don't have to deal with all the cold and everything, bundling up.
As you can see, there are still some patches of snow left on the ground. But since spring is here, hopefully this should all be melting away pretty soon. This has been Jake Nellis reporting for WCTV.
New National Honor Society members are being initiated on Sunday in the Premsa High Auditorium. Congratulations to the new initiates.
Seniors who are in the midst of applying for scholarships, keep an eye on the deadlines. Many of the local ones are due in the next few weeks.
Don't forget that Dance Marathon will be next Saturday from 7 p.m. to midnight.
Dance Marathon is an awesome chance to get involved with something that helps others.
Also, there's a USO show being held to raise money to send local veterans on an honor flight to Washington, D.C. The show will take place in the high school auditorium tomorrow.
There will be a fashion show and banquets for attendees to bid on.
Any contributions will make a difference. Help support our vets. The event will include a meal that begins at 5:30.
Although the plane has not yet been found in Malaysia, Prime Minister has officially stated that the missing Flight 370 crashed on the southern Indian Ocean.
This conclusion comes from satellite signals that last tracked the plane to this location. It is assumed that there are no survivors. Our hearts hurt for the close ones of the 227 passengers and 12 flight attendants that were on the plane.
That's all for today.
See you next time on
WCTV.